Hey everyone, we are back in the little shop of hoarders with another video on the PDX Picker channel. My name's Chris. We're going to pull some orders that sold for me on eBay and Poshmark and give an update to some Poshmark news that I mentioned in a previous video. So stick around, we'll get some great sales, go over that important news that might affect your resale business.
Wanna buy that Farrah Fawcett poster? There's dispensers and a toaster. Don't know why. That kind of stuff you throw away. I'll sell on eBay.
Okay, so it's just one day since my last order poll. We have 10 total items going out. Still have this thing where I can't use the right number of fingers when I'm trying to give a number. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull a few orders. We'll talk about that Poshmark update and just any other reseller information that's going around there. So first item that sold, I picked this up at my Goodwill and it took me a long time to list for some reason, which was kind of silly, but it is a Thrustmaster. Terrible name. But it is a joystick that is used for flight simulators, primarily. Particular model is the T-Flight HOTAS 4, H-O-T-A-S 4. Picked that up for $9.99 and it sold for $49.90, free shipping. Excuse me. Yeah, $49.90, free shipping in about 2 days. Like super fast after I listed it. I didn't think I listed it too inexpensively, but you know, it'll probably be about $12-ish to ship. Maybe not quite that much. It'll go into 12 by 12 by 12, doesn't weigh too much, so $10 into 40. Wish I would have listed that a long time ago, because that was a really nice sale. All right, next item that sold. I was really excited when I found these. This pair of Harley-Davidson boots. Picked these up for $5, and I was thinking that's going to be a nice $30, $40, or excuse me, nice $40, $50 bill. It wasn't quite that good. I think it might be because they were resold. Not resold, but resold, S-O-L-E-D. This is what they look like here. But it's got a nice Vibram sole on it, but it's not the original sole. I don't know. Maybe that affected the value, but eventually I took an offer and sold them for $25 plus shipping. Let's get a better look at them here once I set them on the table. Good size. On the nice logo here on the side, but yeah, I can't tell if this was. I'm pretty sure this was a professional that resold it because it looks pretty good. But anyway, did disclose that. Might have had some effect on the sales. I don't know. Or the sale price. When I was comping them, they were $35, $40 minimum. But it is what it is. I hate when I say that. I sold a Murano glass bird. This sold quicker and for more money than I thought it would. So quite happy about that one. Picked this up for $5. After this, we'll go into the topic of the day. But this cute little guy right here picked up for $5, and it's got the Murano sticker on there. Hopefully that'll focus, probably not, but listed that, and it sold in a day or two for $33.20 plus shipping. I sent out a 5% offer. I get into this habit of where I don't really pay too close of attention to the items that are available to send offers to, so I will send offers to something that I just listed. I should probably take a little bit more time. I mean, it was only, I don't know, $1.60 or something like that, $1.70 that I got less than because of the offer, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But probably didn't need to send out the offer on that one. It probably would have sold pretty quickly. My video yesterday, I talked about that I probably was going to get another Poshmark sale, and it did come through. Originally, the buyer's payment failed, but they must have got that fixed because a little bit later that day, it went through, and here it is. I'm going to grab it. It's in box 1. Here they are right here. There's some Nike, I think Daybreak is the model number. Super good condition. They cleaned up really well. Let me put these down, or put the box away, and we'll get a better look at it. Pretty sure I picked these up at Goodwill for $12.99. I thought they were going to be a really good sale because, you know, it's got that retro look that at least used to be in style. Super good condition. Colorway, pretty neat. These are women's size 7.5, so good size. Lots of things going for it. Probably had them listed too high. I think I had them listed originally for $60 or so. And I just didn't have a lot of traction on them, so I went ahead and accepted an offer on Poshmark, probably for $30. Is that right? $31, I think. $31 plus shipping on that one. So again, I did it primarily because there was little traction on it and because of Poshmark's new fee structure. So these, instead of having that 20% fee, was down to, they charged me $4.54 for the fee on that one. So my earnings were $26.46. Not great on a $13 purchase, but it was better than $0. But that brings up my news for the day, the topic, and it's again related to Poshmark. So had another nice sale, or another sale anyway, which is great, partially and most likely due to my Posher VA subscription being started. But as I mentioned, the Poshmark fee structure has changed. They've lowered the seller fees quite a bit, and I was pretty excited because they already had some of the high, or I think they did have the highest seller fees of all the platforms that I sell on anyway. Maybe, I don't know too much about Etsy. That one might be more. But the bad news, as I've come to realize, is part of the way that Poshmark was able to reduce the fees is they've now started charging some buyer fees. I think I've made this pretty clear about what my personal opinion on this is, but I hate buyer's fees. I think they are dumb. I think they absolutely will drive certain people away from any platform that charges buyer's fees. I think Poshmark is trying to classify this as a buyer's protection fee, which I don't know exactly what that is supposed to mean to the buyer, but it is probably something to the effect of things related to returns. It's probably most likely related to returns. I don't know all of the details on it, but nonetheless, it comes out to some sort of percentage or some sort of flat fee that is being charged buyers. I don't like it. I don't like buyer's fees. It is nice that the selling fees have come down, but I feel like if Poshmark wanted to be more competitive and try and compete more so with eBay, why don't you just cut your fees to what eBay charges, or change the shipping aspect so that because I feel like Poshmark subsidizes part of the shipping that sellers and buyers pay, and so just get rid of that. Get rid of that subsidization. Let the sellers charge whatever they want to for shipping. Don't charge buyers fees. It's just, I hate it. So with that in mind, that drastically changes my long-term outlook on Poshmark. I have almost completely stopped listing on Depop. I have completely stopped listing on Mercari. That might change in the future, but just both of those platforms are pretty dead. I know that my son, Jonas, continues to have some good success with Depop, but it seems like for him, his sales have gone down quite a bit lately. So if Poshmark is going to charge buyer's fees, I am going to be very hesitant to continue to list on there. Right now, I've had such good success over the past couple of days. I'm on quite a roller coaster of emotions with Poshmark. I think they just started implementing these buyer's fees, so that may be part of the issue. But I had 6 sales over the past 4 days on Poshmark, which is huge for me. But then now I'm seeing that activity dwindle to almost nothing. I had a bunch of sales right away, and then a couple more sales, and then nothing. So I don't know. I don't know the cause of that. I don't know if that's some sort of a Posher VA, good luck charm that when you turn it on, you get all these quick sales. I don't know what it is, but definitely keeping an eye on it. I think it is, again, just a bad move by Poshmark. I'm surprised Mercari I'm surprised they're still in business, to be honest, because the sales are just dead on there. I don't know how they're collecting any fees from anybody when nobody is buying anything. Clearly, some people are buying things on there. I just don't know. I mean, I watch quite a bit. I consume quite a bit of reseller content on YouTube. I don't see a lot of people selling things on Mercari. So That's not indicative of everything as a whole. I'm sure there are sales, but they have to be down, down, down compared to what they used to be. So if I was to have to bet money, if I was going to make a prediction, I would say that eventually all of these platforms that have started charging buyer fees are going to go away from that. Some bean counter somewhere, and I am a bean counter, so I don't say that negatively. I literally am a bean counter. I'm an accountant. But somebody somewhere in these that work for these businesses must have determined that they thought it would be that they needed to find more sellers for the platform, and so they thought, oh well, to attract sellers to list and sell more items on our platforms, we're going to get rid of the seller fees, or we're going to lower the seller fees, and then we're just going to pass on those costs to the buyer. Somebody somewhere must have thought that was a good idea, and maybe in certain markets it works. Like I mentioned, overseas in Germany and UK, they're going more to that model of buyer fees instead of seller fees, but I don't see it as having any sort of short-term or long-term success in the United States. Very rarely are there successful companies, huge, big, successful companies that I know of out there that will at least blatantly advertise that they're charging buyers to buy things off of their platform. Amazon doesn't charge buyers unless you count the Prime subscription, but you don't have to buy things off of, or you don't have to have Prime to buy things off of Amazon. Maybe you could consider the Costco membership fee as a version of that, but it's not a per transaction fee. None of these places are per transaction fees, which are what all these platforms are using. Target doesn't charge you a per transaction fee. Walmart doesn't charge you a per transaction fee. Amazon, Costco, eBay, all these big giant platforms that we think of as being successful retailers, they aren't charging buyers a per transaction fee. But these fringe companies that are trying to grow their business think that they're going to do it by alienating buyers. It still just boggles my mind. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. I am not an expert. I just don't think so. I think I am right on this, but I would love to eat my words at some point because I have no problems being wrong, and I would love to have multiple platforms that are successful in terms of selling items, reselling items. Right now, it looks still like eBay is the absolute king, and it's not going to change anytime soon. I thought maybe Poshmark was going to be somewhat of a contender, but now that I know they are charging buyer fees, I don't think so. All right, let's pull the rest of these orders. Couple more good ones going out. Okay, getting into that holiday season, so I had another holiday banner sell. This is a Happy Thanksgiving one. It's probably the worst. This is probably the main reason why I don't like these. Just not convenient to find, but that one wasn't too bad. This one right here, $11.90, free shipping. Not even, I have a better one. I have one with a turkey on it, but maybe they just wanted it to specifically say Thanksgiving. Picked these up for 50 cents. Really hope that, again, they don't take up a lot of space, but I actually watched a video where I mentioned last time that I sold one of these that I thought the Commonwealth picker stopped picking these up. But then I watched another video very shortly after that, and I guess he is still picking them up. But I will never do that again. It is just not worth it. Okay, for any of you long-term watchers of my channel, which there might be a few, I had mentioned that a long time ago that my GoPro stopped working, and come to find out it is somewhat of a relatively common thing, I guess, where just no matter what, it will not power on. I was hoping that I could figure some way out to fix it, but I didn't. So I just listed it as a parts only. So it's a GoPro Hero 8 Black, parts only, sold for $20 plus shipping on that one. And again, my second actual Murano bird sold. So like I mentioned, with the other one, I probably didn't need to send an offer out because I listed this one a couple days later. It sold within a day. Full price, $34.95. I will definitely be on the lookout for these. There aren't too many of them listed on eBay. I tried to find similar comps. I did find one similar one to this one, which is why I priced it at $34. That one was $34.99 free shipping, so mine was $34.95 plus shipping. But this one also was $34.95 plus shipping. Looks like a little quail or I don't know what it is, but little cute little bird. Another Murano sticker on there. That one sold full price, $34.95 plus shipping. I sent out some offers, and this is another one that somebody accepted, and happy with this. I picked this up for I think $2-ish. It's either $1 or $2. Pretty sure it was $2. This is a vintage Washington State University polo shirt. It doesn't have like a super cool logo on it. It does have the Cougars, the helmet with the Cougars in script on it. I'm a Washington State Cougar alum. This means more to me or to us than a lot of other people, but this is probably from the, I'd say late 90s, maybe early 2000s. It is single stitch, so I guess it could be from the early 90s, but it's made in China, so it's not super valuable. And then it's a Winter Mate. That's the brand on it. $16.96 plus shipping. Had it listed for, I want to say $18.95, and sent out an offer, and it sold for $16.96. So glad it's going to hopefully a fellow Coug. If it hadn't have sold, I would have just kept it for myself, although I don't really wear polo shirts, but still a cool vintage find. And 2 more sales. A lot of clothing items today, but that's usually what I sell, so not too surprising. This is something I picked up at the dollar sale where everything was $1. I've sold 2 things there, so it is going okay. This is a majestic Detroit Tigers jersey type shirt. Tigers are still in the playoffs, so excited that is going well for them. Never really been, I'm a Mariners fan, Seattle Mariners fan, but the Detroit Tigers have always been kind of harmless. They have, it's not somebody you would root against. But this is a XXL shirt that I picked up for $1. It's in okay condition, but sold for $15.95 plus shipping. I think that is from the early 2000s, so it's a little bit on the verge of being vintage. It's got some nice embroidered pieces to it, so it's a cool shirt. And the last item that sold, got full price for this one. Actually, I think I probably lowered the price. I think I had it originally listed for $50. That was the issue. I knew there was something going on with these. And I was wondering why they weren't selling. Just because they were priced too high. So I ended the listing, sold similar, and lowered the price to $34.95. It's a pair of Merrell Moab low hiking shoes. Really good condition. Bigger size 13. Paid either $10 or $5 for these. Don't know. The full price was $10. I like to try and get my shoes on for half price, but even at $10 I probably would have picked these up. And those sold for $34.95 plus shipping. So sales for me are okay. They're dribbling in. Not a lot of high dollar items, but we're still doing okay. I did have the one big sale over the weekend where I sold the $785 printer. So that will certainly help my October sales moving forward. I hope your October sales are going okay. My third quarter is starting off similarly to last year's third quarter, which was not so great. Take out that $785 sale, and I think I only have about $800 of sales so far. It's only October 8th, so we're still early. But I am leaving on the 23rd of October for vacation for the rest of the month. So I know I only have a certain number of selling days left. I have started a sale on my Halloween items because I have 10 things that have gone out for sale. Nothing Halloween. I still haven't sold a single Halloween item, and well, that's not true. I think I sold one Halloween item, but I got like 25 more, so it's very frustrating, very annoying, but it is what it is. Okay, thanks so much for watching. Please like this video if you did, subscribe to my channel to get more content like this in the future. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next video. Good luck with all your sales out there. Take care. Bye-bye.